What's up, visionaries?
It's Mel.
And it's Greg. And M.A.G. Visions is back today bringing y'all another video. Now, in today's video, we got one from a guy called Doodles, and it's called Sylas, the League of Legends.
Yes.
So I guess this is like, what, when they created Sylas?
Yeah, they said this is their process of what it took to come up with Sylas. This is the first one of this, of their doodles. This is their first one. And it's about because he steals champions from other champions.
Right.
So this is their first, what is it called? Doodles. This is the first one.
Right.
Of how I guess the challenges are coming up with Sylas.
Right. So, without further talking, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Subscribe.
Make sure you leave a like on the video.
Listen.
Make sure you leave your comments down below.
Down there.
Let's go and get to the video. Quality assurance, software engineer, champion.
So
design.
players bring up their stealing ultimates as a champion ability a lot. It's something that I think is pretty common as a obvious thing that League of Legends is missing that's really cool, but tech-wise, we've never really been able to do it. When I told people that I was going to be working on Sylas, everybody was sort of,
there's no way. There's just no way that we could make this work.
Like anything we did in the past, we'll have to redo everything because these characters were created without expecting their spells to be shared.
there's significant problems that can arise that make it so that Sylas couldn't have access to their spell.
So, one of the very first things that we did, we set out goals for what we want to hit. One of those goals was we will not make development on League of Legends any harder because Sylas exists in the game.
Like, oh, I have to check this box, or else there's a bug with Sylas. Or if every test plan of every character you make has to say, oh, don't forget to test Sylas, like, that's a failure. We've created more overall work for making content.
We sat down in a room, and for every character, we listed out exactly what we expected for that ultimate to do when Sylas takes it.
And we argued about it, too.
So, like, example, Fiora.
Fiora just says all of her passive works. If we give just the R to Sylas, clearly nothing is going to happen.
Fiora should do more than put a circle around them.
So we said, as a player, if I take Fiora's ultimate, I expect to interact with all of the vitals just as Fiora would.
So that means we need some way to attach this buff to that spell.
So I think 97 out of the 141 characters that are currently in the game required some level of spell refactoring. There's like one class of characters that, as a whole, was particularly troublesome, or we came to call them Transformers.
There's the obvious ones like Nidalee, Elise,
Karma, Jace, Heimerdinger, Shyvana.
So holistically, they completely replace all of their abilities.
We don't want Sylas to just cast one spell as Nidalee or Jace. So instead for those, you become Jace or Nidalee or Elise.
And your Q, W, and E are now different. That comes with its own set of problems where it's like, okay, now you have to make sure that not only do the ultimates work, now every spell that that character comes with has to work as well. However, Jace is even farther along in that.
Jace switches between hammer and gun form. That's what his ultimate does. And Jace expects to go from hammer to ranged to hammer to ranged. Sylas goes from not Jace to ranged, and then back to not Jace, which is not hammer form Jace. And then when he's no longer Jace and he's Sylas again, he has to put his kit back together.
And that's with all the Transformers. When Sylas turns away from being them again, we have to make sure that he doesn't keep their spells, which would be awful. What we had to do is go back to all these champions and update them to newer standards.
We've learned a lot about better ways to put things together, and things are easier to fix for the future. Some things are very much easier to make.
While it does have pretty insane technical challenges to overcome, I really think that this project will open doors for the rest of our design team. Very much in the past, it's been, I have this crazy harebrained idea, there's no way we can make that work. But here we are, doing the crazy harebrained idea, and I think it really does shift our mentality in the earlier phases to, let's push these constraints more and see what sort of crazy things that we can actually deliver through our champions.
So I guess what they're showing you is like how much work that they have to go through to like put these characters together.
And they said
and
it's
like,
100 and what did he say?
I think he said 137. Did he say?
Yeah, I know it was 100 and something. I know you guys will get a slam together because y'all always do. But I know he said it's 100. Like literally, I think this cartoon. I mean, literally, this animation is the cartoon animation is cool because it shows you that even though this is like it's animated, it still takes your brain power and stuff to come up to see how everything works with each other inside the game. I think that's the interesting part.
To me, like I give like developers of like games, like I give them like all the credit in the world, like
Props
because
to the highest.
Yeah, because it's like you got people, okay, like me. I play Madden. EA Sports makes Madden. There's certain things that happen in the game that you're like, okay, if you're a football player, that's not going to happen on the field in real life.
Yeah.
Like they're literally like I've literally been playing defense. Someone throws the ball at me, and my DB just stands there and looks at the ball. The ball just goes over his head, and he just watches the receiver catch it. Like
I don't know what happened.
That is not a football play.
I just hear him when it happens.
Yeah, it's not a football play. So it's like with the developers like making these players like move in like certain motions, trying to get them to like make everything like realistic. Mm-hmm. It's hard to do that, but especially with like a football game.
It sounds like they put a lot of thought into Sylas. Like they didn't just go out here and be like, because you see how they change certain things, and I think they literally, well, not think, I know they care about what their players think about their game. Yeah. And what you say about Madden, to me, it just seems like they're worried about selling the game, not so much about the like the inner workings of the game. They're like, okay, they'll buy it, but they're not trying to invest anything to make the game better.
Yeah, that's it. Like you say with Madden, they only care about the money.
Yeah.
But with like League of Legends, it's like
they really care and want you to love the game. They go through the extreme for you to love the game.
That's a sign of a great gaming company right there. Like you have to listen to what the players are talking about to make the game good. If you're not listening to your players, your product is trash. Yeah. It's going to be trash.
You're just doing what you want to do just to sell a product. That means you have no interest in your consumer.
I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate that.
Yeah, but I think that was really, really interesting. And they say this was the first one of there was a Dev Doodles. I think they're interesting. And I like seeing behind the scenes. So I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, so let us know what y'all think about this video right here. Remember to leave y'all comments in the comment section down below. Thank y'all for joining us for this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and we'll see y'all later.
See you next time.
We out.